I should know because...
All right, thank you, everybody. It's 12 o'clock, so I would like to call to order the Law Amendments Committee for today, January the 30th, 2024, our first meeting of 2024. Welcome, everybody, and I want to thank everyone for coming in for this special meeting today. I appreciate everyone's time, as does Gordon. My name's Brad Johns. I'm the MLA for Sackville-Uniacke. I'll be chairing the meeting today. Before we get things underway, I'm going to ask the MLAs to identify themselves for the record, and I'll start with government side, please.
Hi, Dave Ritzie, MLA for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Afternoon, John M. McDonald, MLA for Hants, sitting in for MLA Craig.
Hi there, Tom Taggart, MLA for Colchester North, sitting in for MLA Pat Dunn.
Melissa Sheehy-Richard, I'm the MLA for Hants West.
Gary Burrell, Halifax, Shabukto.
Lisa LaChance, Halifax, Little Sable Island.
Braden Clark, Bedford South.
Laura Lee Nickel, Cole Harbour, Dartmouth.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for your introductions. I'd like to also recognize the Legislative Council that are here with us today, Gordon Hebb as well as Karen Kingley. And before we turn things over to Gordon to let the members know what we're doing today, I would ask all the members to please turn your phones off or put them on vibrate. Remind everyone that there's no taking pictures today. And I'm just running what's on the agenda. And I think that's it. So I will turn things over to Legislative Counsel Gordon Hebb, who will explain what we're doing at the committee today.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You have before you a report, which is technically what we are being asked to approve, the report on the revision, which you will see laid out on the table where the witnesses usually are. There's 18 volumes of 573 statutes and a thin appendix. This is the 11th revision in 173 years. As I said, 573 statutes revised. And what I want to emphasize is there is no change in the law. So what we've done is we've taken the statutes, consolidated, we've updated names of government departments and other organizations which have got out of date over the years, because every statute doesn't get amended. Some statutes haven't been amended since 1989. And government department names, ministers change over time. We've removed spent provisions. There are provisions that apply to situations or times that are so far in the past they have no relevance today. We've removed forms, and so instead of some of these, a lot of forms and a lot of the acts, instead of these having to be, and we're specifically authorized to do that, instead of them being amended by the legislature, they can be amended in future by regulation. We've had to, because of provisions that are spent or have been repealed and provisions added, we've renumbered the provisions. Internal cross-references to other statutes have had to be changed. And the thing that I'm really keen on is we have modernized language and style to what we've been doing for the last several years, so that the older statutes, not all of them, some of them are just too old to really rewrite, and using plainer language, tried to have a more uniform style. We've changed a few titles. Some of the titles were out of date. In particular, I'm thinking of one act in which the Volunteer Protection Act, There's also a Volunteer Services Act, and they're both Volunteer Protection Acts. So, for example, and so it's confusing to people as to, which act. So we've renamed the Volunteer Protection Act as the Volunteers in Nonprofit Organizations Act. There are some acts that we've renamed, like the Woodmen's Lien Act, which we've renamed the Woods Workers Lien Act. So there's some changes like that. We've dropped a lot of unnecessary apostrophes in titles. But again, no change in the law. So your role today, what I'm asking for, is for you to approve the report, which refers to the statutes there on the table. When and if you've approved them, the next stage is I have to, I should say the Law Amendments Committee, but I, on behalf of the Law Amendments Committee, will report to the Lieutenant Governor, and that report will be countersigned by the Attorney General, and then the revised statutes will be filed with the Chief Clerk. Then they will be subject to proclamation by the Governor Council at a future date. Unless you have questions, that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hebb. I will open the floor to questions of committee members. Anybody have questions? Starting with MLA Clark, please.
Not a question, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to thank Gordon and the team at Ledge Council. I understand that close to a dozen people have been working on this for a few years at least, obviously, given the size of the work here. And it makes, I'm sure, the job of Ledge Council much easier and more consistent. The clerks, us as MLAs, all staff, everybody who deals with the law, lawyers, I'm sure, all across the province will be happy as well. So I think I just wanted to congratulate Mr. Hebb and the team at Ledge Council. It's something that happens once every 35 years, I guess, going back to 1989 or so. So that's reason for thanks. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, MLA Clark. MLA Nicol?
Yes, and I concur with those comments. I thank you for the great work. I know, having been an elected official for some time, it's the work like this that does make it a lot easier for government to do their business, and for modernizing and getting rid of red tape, and acknowledge everyone that has worked on it. But to the fact of it taken 35 years, I just wondered, should something like this be put in the calendar to be revised every so many years, and so therefore you're not, or at the discretion of an amazing legal counsel to decide when as to redo the revisions?
Go to Mr. Hebb to answer, please.
That may have merit. It's interesting when you look across the country, we seem to be a rarity in doing a revision at this time with, I guess, because of computers and so on. The federal statutes were last revised in 1985, so we're ahead of them. And talking to my counterparts across the country, I am not hearing any of them have this in mind. I did hear from one province, I can't remember which one, which got partly through it and then abandoned it. This is the 11th in 173 years. There were 5 in the 18th century, or 19th century. There were 5 revisions in the 20th century, and this is the first in the 21st, and perhaps there'll be more. But it would be an easier project to do more frequently. That's certainly true.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hebb. MLA Lachance?
Thank you. So I was just wanting to echo congratulations and gratitude for doing this work, but in this discussion, what prompted this revision as opposed to, other jurisdictions where there isn't a revision prompted?
And I'll go to Mr. Hebb.
I don't know that I remember. It's we started this project 6.5 years ago, in August, and 6.5 years ago. I was involved with the 89 revision. I wasn't Chief Legislative Counsel then, but I was very much involved, and I have changed the drafting style over those years, and I guess maybe I've wanted to spread it through more statutes, that the changes that I made in the drafting style when I became Chief Legislative Counsel, but I don't remember the specific inspiration.
Any other questions? MLA Sheehy Richard, please.
I'd be honored if everyone's finished to be able to make the motion on this, simply because I was a paralegal before I, once upon a time, and you know, just coming in here today, I actually had a little bit of goosebumps of how proud I was to be sitting here on this committee as this coming forward today. Because, yeah, 6.5 years, and to see it all laid out here is a tremendous effort, and I'm really proud that we, all of us, are moving forward in languages that are gender neutral, and I think it's something that Nova Scotia, being small but mighty, once again proving to be a great leader. So thank you for your work on that.
Perfect. Any other questions? And I think that once approved and stamped, signed by the LG and the Attorney General, these will then be posted to the website, and it'll make it a lot easier for the general public, I think, to find the bills on the website as well. So if there's no more questions from anybody, I will ask for a motion. And I'll recognize MLA Sheehy Richard for the motion, please.
I'm going to take a stab at it. Is there, oh. Okay.
Start on book one, work your way down.
Okay. Moved that the report of the Consolidation and Revision Officer respecting the revised statute 2023 as presented to the Law Amendments Committee be approved by the committee.
We have motion. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Unanimous consent. Thank you. And if we have no other business, that will conclude the business. We'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you once again, everyone, for coming in. Have a great day.